Hi students, I'm Ravi Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government First Aid College, Yelahanka. Welcome to LMS, the Learning Management System. The program is BSc, Subject English, Semester 4, Session number 24. In this session, we are going to talk about Sultan's Dream, a story which is about women empowerment. The introduction of author and her major works. Created by Ravi Kumar A and Dr. Suresh SB. So the Sultana's Dream, author Rokeya Shakawat Hussain, 1880 to 1932. Introduction. In the history of women liberation in colonized India, Begum Rokeya 1880 to 1932 was like a pole star guiding and showing the Muslim society the right way to be followed, defying all the social and religious obstacles in the path of modernity. She struggled hard to bring the Muslim women within the circle of education. She is rightly considered as the precursor of women education in Muslim society of undivided Bengal during the British rule. The main reason of this invisibility is the totality of Rokea's views of life, which variously reflected in her works and literature. What Rokea contributed is really tough to frame up within a particular aspect. Introduction to the author. Rokeya Sakawat Hussain, commonly known as Begum Rokeya. She was a Bengal feminist thinker, writer, educator, and political activist from British India. She is widely regarded as a pioneer of women's liberation in South Asia. Rokeya Sakawat Hussain, born in 1880, born in a Muslim upper class family in the small village of Faryaband in the district of Rangpur, north of present day Bangladesh. Then Rangpur was a part of the colonial British province of Bengal Presidency. Her father was Zahiruddin Muhammad Abu Ali Sabah, a well educated, influential landowner whose massive estate was a stronghold for the traditional way of life. Rokeya and her sisters received traditional education at home. In 1896, at the age of 16, she married to Syed Sakawat Hussain. Syed Sakawat Hussain. According to Rokeya Hussain, she wrote Sultan's Dream as a way to pass her time, while her husband Khan Bahadur Syed Sakawat Hussain, a deputy magistrate, was away on a tour. Rokeya and her husband settled in Bhagalpur, Bihar. Syed was convinced her that the education of women was the best way to cure the ills of his society. Husband encouraged Rokeya Hussain to read and write in English. Thus, writing Sultana's Dream in English was a way of demonstrating her proficiency in the language. Syed Sakawat Hussain was very impressed by the story. He encouraged Rokeya Hossain to submit the piece to the Indian Ladies magazine, which published the story for the first time in the year 1905. The story was later published in a book from in 1908. Husband set aside 10,000 rupees to start a school for Muslim women. After 11 years of their marriage, husband Syed Shakawat Hussain died and Rokeya immediately started the school in Bhagalpur in his memory. But soon closed down the school in Bhagalpur, abandoned her house and moved to Kolkata. She reopened the Shakawat Memorial Girls' School on March 16, 1911. Begum Rokeya was a prolific writer of both Bengal and English. She wrote essays, novels, utopias, poems, humor, and satirical articles on the rights of women and other social issues of that day. Husband inspired her a lot in this regard. Her literary career started in the year 1902 with a story named The Pipasa, The Thirst. Pipasa means the thirst. Her major works include Motichu, a string of sweet pearls, 1902 and 1922, a collection of essays in two volumes expressing her feminist thoughts. Sultana's Dream, 1908, a feminist science fiction novella set in a lady land ruled by women. The Padmaraga, Essence of the Lotus, 1924. Padmaraga, written by Rokeya Begum, Essence of Lotus, it means Essence of Lotus, in the year 1924, depicting the difficulties faced by Bengali wives. Abaroda Basin, a confined woman, 1931. A spirited attack on the extreme forms of parda that endangered women's lives and self-image. Avaroda Bashini. So these very good literary oriented names of the Bengal sounds so good, so traditional. Avaroda Bashini. It's a good name. Self-image, and in this confined women, 1931, a spirited attack and the extreme forms of parda. Parda means veiling, the masking their faces and are wearing burqa that endangered women's lives and self-image. Begum Rokeya died on December 9, 1932, and up until on December 8, 1932, she was working on an unfinished article titled Narir Adhikari. Narir Adhikar means women power, which translates to women's rights. Other than Sultana's Dream, she also wrote two essays, God Gives Man Robes, 1927, and Educational Ideals of the Indian Girls, 1931, which were published in Musalman magazine. Besides, she has some unpublished essays, short stories, and comic strips. She also wrote several poems in various magazines. Here, this session ends, and you can see stamps which are released by the government of Bengal as well as India in those days, for her services towards equality and empowerment of women. And here we have reference section, and you can draw, you can see more information about, you can drag, you can download more information about Rogia Begum in this session. And thank you. That's all from the desk. Meet you in the next session.